Good morning, everyone. Hope you are able to hear me. Hey, Suraj, can you ask quickly to join others? Team is joining. Let's wait for some time. So, today we will cover mostly the plugins related the custom API and custom code related questions and queries, and we'll try to initiate new topic from tomorrow. So if you have any query, any confusion, let's discuss today, and we'll try to wrap up this particular topic. This is almost completed. So if you are not able to perform or do any issues or anything, that we can proceed further. Where is Yogendra ji, Lokender, and other team members here? Can you join quickly? Can you ask others? Ritik? Hey, Aswani, where are others? Can you hear me? Good morning, Prachi. So there are others like Pulkit, Sib, Aswani, Devesh. Yeah, good morning, Pulkit. Yeah, Nishan. Hey, good morning, Nadeem. Yeah, Devesh, good morning. So are you facing any issue? This is last session here we have. Good morning, Sib. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Any topic, any point that you need my attention first? Have you created this particular content, like how to create a custom action and how to create this custom code activity? Have you tried, honey, say, or did you uh, are you not able to complete this activity because you already know, or something is broken and you are not able to uh, write your logic or something is blocking, just give me that hands-on information like what is blocking. Good morning. Okay, now we have sufficient candidate. Let me share my screen. Let me open the environment. My screen. Now, today we will learn how to do real-time debugging related to this coding part. So this is fine. This is the duplicate we will do. So in the contact level, yesterday we are able to find out there is a issue while we try to execute our custom code, this custom action, then we are facing one issue. Hope you remember that part. And even I have showcased yesterday like how to create one action and how to register our plugin code under that action and how we call that particular code and how we call that custom action on click of one button, right? Yesterday we did that activity. Now we will troubleshoot what is the issue that we are facing when we click on this particular button here, right? That is our target today. So here when we try to click here, we are getting one issue. Let's capture that issue again today. Let's open that file. So here control O and then search the file. File is contact ribbon. Where is our file? It is still loading. Contact ribbon library. So this is the file. Okay, let's do on click and then we'll do here F10. It's taking more time. Here, so let's capture that error log. So let's get this response.text. So bad request, right? So let's capture that bad request into a notepad. So this is the bad request that we are getting. Okay. Now let's try to troubleshoot this particular code and how to do this troubleshooting. I will showcase there are some additional here uh, chat agent where we can utilize real-time debugging and how to save our time here. Okay, we are getting below error while calling what we can from JS. Okay, so where we have that custom action code. So parameter name mismatch. What types of data we are accepting here? String here, and this is also a string. Okay, so here what we are passing, this is also string, this is also string, and this is also string here. So pen number, 1 minute. Let's check that particular field name. How we are debugging this part? In contact form, even we are not passing any information here which we are reading from the form level. Here is the output parameter. Civil score, Let's rebuild this code. Okay, where is our? I will tell you what is we have to do. Where is our plugin registration? Let's update our code. Hey, Ritik or Pulkit, can you ask new team members they can join? Why they are not joining? Where is the pop-up message? Right? We already registered this one. Custom action, new step. We already registered or not? New step. So what is the custom action name? CIVI. CRF. CR. This is the contact post operation synchronous, and let's see. Okay, we'll try to add some additional here logging mechanism if needed. Where is contact? Contact is here. We already added a, yes, we are alerting. We try to call our code. Okay, let's debug it again. Control O. Contact driven. Now wait for some time. Will take some time. Authentication error. 10 inches slabs. This is different one. Okay, so here let's get this response. Bad request even. Okay, let's check. Let's add some tracing here, right? And even we can do PAN number contains PAN number here. If it contains, otherwise string name, we are getting this one. Okay, so this is, let's create a tracing mechanism here. Tracing mechanism means this one will add tracing. How to add tracing? Now you have good understanding. We'll create a tracing object. We'll get that information here. Tracing dot trace. Okay, we'll add here tracing dot trace plus PAN number. Let's check what we will get. Okay, so now similarly the same thing. Similarly here also same thing, and now we'll see here result. Okay, so result we will get here this one. Now tracing result also we will get, so this one is not needed, but this one we can showcase this information here. Country, right? Country we are displaying, and here we will display the name. Any doubt, let me know. If you are not asking anything, I thought you are able to understand. PAN number, name, and let's see how it will showcase. We have added tracing here, rebuild, and then upload it. Rebuild all succeed. Yes. Now uploading the file here. Adding, selecting, updating. It is taking some time. It is updating the DLL. We will get a message. We got the message. Minimize it. Let's try to check, reload it, check the tracing load. Let's add the filter. Where to add filter? Here, filter by contain, and then we will add here this namespace name. So contain, apply. Let's see if we have anything. Otherwise, let's call this. Call it. Are we able to call this one or not? Event request is not coming. It means so because I think there are some JavaScript here. Where we are passing this record ID. Anywhere we are passing this record ID or not? Dataverse. Hmm. Now we'll see. We will not get that error, right? So here, otherwise we'll get this line only. So replace id equal to dot replace record GUID in JS. This is the one we need. So this information I need to pass here. I need to pass like this, or I need to pass this information like this. Okay, so let's try this code. That's what it is failing here. Where is our JavaScript function? web resource. We have this one. Let's select this one and publish it. Where is publish option? Now that Power Apps platform, they are updating the UI currently. Now we are able to see the new here, the navigation here, the pipeline also, source control also we are getting here. We are getting history of the solution. Let's try to publish it. Hopefully it will run now, because this particular one, that even that request or not receiving into the dynamic CRM portal itself. So there is a one interview questions comes here. So suppose if your code is working in your lower environment, but it is not working in your production environment. So what to do? How you achieve or how to debug or how to resolve your issue directly in your production environment. So what is your approach? So my question is very simple and straightforward. There is one issue or one implementation, whatever you have done, you are not able to perform your action in production environment, but it is working fine in your lower environment. What to do? How to resolve that issue directly in production environment? So what is your approach? Can anyone suggest how to proceed? What is the best approach like we can rectify? Is it published? Still we are getting some issue. Control O run. Come on. contact driven. So let's see. Is there any F10, 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 F10? What is the error message here? Input string was not in correct format. So where we are getting that in error here, we are getting that one from why we have country here as India in 32. Integer, it should not be the integer. Country, and it should be captured here, right? It means we are getting exception here. Name, and then we are getting this issue. Suppose civil score here is string. That is the problem. Now let's build it, upload it. That's why you need to check how to debug our code. It is not like we are getting issues and now what to do. Issues are coming. That is the behavior of coding that we try to mitigate. based on our experience, our exposure. I am not doing coding now, but still I am able to manage. Now we have output. Civil score. Hello, whatever I am entering here, this is the one. Sunil Kumar, your country code is India. Okay. Now, how to pass those value from here? These are the static value that we are passing here to this particular code, right? Here, these value, whatever these value we are passing, those we are passing into our this particular code, and we are reverting this particular code from this particular code, right? So now, suppose here we are able to get some input parameter from our JavaScript function. In that case, okay, let me, you know, pass some input parameter from CRM UI. Then only we will try to understand. So here we will pass first name and last name concatenation. Then we will create two field here. Country we already have or not? Okay. If have, that is fine. If don't have, that is also fine. Column, two column we will add here. New column. New column, what is the name? PAN number. Simple. Keep it simple. And we have country code also, but we'll try to create a new field. What is going on? Which form we have here? In this particular sales style, in this particular form, what is the name of this form? Let's check. In form, lead form. Now what we try to achieve here, we are try to send some dynamic value from this particular page. And now how to call a API, custom API here inside our plugin code. Then that is the next step, the authentication part and all. Here, PAN number, PAN number, okay. That's fine now. Now we'll utilize this particular REST builder here. Configure PAN number here. How to pass those PAN number. Okay. Name, country. Let's get this. Schema name. Country also. This is the second field. Okay. Now, do you have any idea like how to get those value from form? You remember, right? Remember or not? First name, last name, country, right? And here we also have this country name. Now, if we need this country name, so PAN number, how to pass this PAN number? This PAN number, country, if it is blank, but we have to make this field as mandatory. Name plus we have to concatenate the to first name and last name. Whatever format if you need, you can pass those values. Here, the main thing here, you need to make some mandatory, like if you have to pass some parameters, so those information should have in the form level. Now you are passing those value from the form lead level itself. It is not like hard coding, you are just passing those information, right? So now you have to update your JavaScript code. Where is your JavaScript code? This environment, why it is running slow? I think Suraj is not listening. We'll discuss with Suraj related to this particular one maybe after this session. Let's pass those value. Published, and let's do one more thing. Publish all, right? And then we'll see. Publish all customization, like we have created two new field, we have added those two field into the form level, we are passing those information from JavaScript, and we'll see if we can showcase those information. So our purpose as of now, what we are trying to achieve, we are passing some information from this contact form. We are reading two or three field information. We are passing those three information into this particular custom action. Here it is accepting three input parameter. Three input parameter as PAN number, name, and country, and then we are returning. We are doing some calculation here, and we are returning this one, and we are passing that information to this particular JavaScript function, and it is showing here in a alert message. So as of now, I have explained you how to create a button, and in this particular button, on click of this particular button, how to call a custom action. We are not utilizing any out of the box action whatever Microsoft is providing, like create, update, delete, and retrieve multiple, many actions we have. We have created our own custom action. We have created our separate plugin code which is accepting three input parameters. We are passing those three input parameter from here, and we are calling our custom action from a ribbon, and we are passing three input parameter, and we are getting the response from our custom action, and then we are showing here. So if someone asks you from, like in interview, like, hey, what you have done recently as part, you can say, what is your recent implementation, what you have done. You can simply explain this scenario. Hey, recently what I have done as per my requirement, there is a third party API. You can say, simply say that civil score implementation I have done with the help of core CRM code implementation. What you have done recently? There is a, mostly this particular question asked by interviewer, like what you have done recently. So you can simply say, hey, there is a requirement. They ask me to call a external API, and I have to showcase a civil score, and I have to update that recent or that current civil score for a customer. So they can, give the loan to the end customer. So this particular scenario, if you are able to explain in detail, like they may ask, hey, what you have done as part of this requirement, and how much time that you spent for this particular task. So you can simply say, what my requirement is very clear. I have to showcase a contact which is registered in my system, and I need to get the civil score. How you are getting that civil score? I'm calling a external API which is provided my customer. I have to pass three input parameter into that API, and I got response, and I, based on that response, I need to update my field into dynamic CRM. So that is my recent requirement that I have implement here. How I have implemented? I have created a custom ribbon button here. In that custom ribbon button, I have given a specific team member permission, like they only can see this particular button. It is not like anyone come and they can check the customer contact here. So what I have done, I have created a custom code activity here. I have created a custom action where three input parameters I have defined, and there is a output parameter which is a civil score for that particular contact. I have registered my custom code that custom plugin under that particular custom action, and then I called that custom action from that ribbon. When I'm calling that custom action, I'm passing three input parameter. So inside the custom code activity, I'm calling it external API, which is a authenticated API where I have called that API with the help of my client request. I will tell you how to achieve that one, but that is the overall task that I have done. So this is a very real time that explanation you can do. How you are going to explain, that is your part, but this is the most complex or good implementation you can explain in your uh, current interview. Maybe if you are doing that one. So let's do this activity. You got it? Any question? Yes, Nadeem. We check that free training link. Okay, let me try to click here. Anything in contact? What is the name here? First name and last name? Or do we? Oh, we don't have that. Let me pass those input parameters, otherwise it will pass the blank value. Where is our field? Con- this is different form, I believe. Which form it is? In which particular form we have created this one? Contact, right? Or lead form? Oh, we have added those two fields into lead form, but that is available in our contact form, right? So similar way here, what we have to do, that's why I'm thinking why those fields are not displaying in the contact form. PAN number, So the naming convention, we will get the same name also. It will help. Okay, I'm just placing this one. I'm not caring about the naming convention here. Just take care that one. We are over the time, but let's see. Let's try to validate it once. So here there is one task here. Now suppose if I want to check if I need to call one external API. So call extr external API to get the CI civil SCU and a double C except three input PARA parameters and return civil score using C sharp plugin score sample. So suppose if I want to, you know, call that API here, see output is civil score. So here that civil score API from how to call that one, that is very here simple task. Now with the help of HTTP client, I can even call this particular API. So we can achieve this one without getting any additional stress, right? So let's check that one. I will show you how it looks like. Meanwhile, it is so this is a very straightforward task here. Eh, Suppose I need to write that code inside my plugin code, minimize it, HTTP trigger, JSON convert. I install that one into my install it. It will install into the package and it will help me to implement this one. Okay, and I can call that JSON package under my code. So whatever component if I need to utilize into my package, I can install. That is fine here. I can here using. Is there anything I need take care? Nothing. Even I can call this method after passing those three input parameters, right? So I have those three input parameters. Like I am going to calculate something here. Now I have those three input parameters. So similarly, I can show you how to call this message. Like here, tracing invalid input parameters, context dot input. Here, that's three input parameter I have. So get civil score from API and output here is this one. So likewise, I can do this activity here. So country is nothing where each country here it is accepting one input parameter as integer, but I can pass here like one because this parameter is it is accepting one integer value and we are getting here. So likewise, I can even display here a result also. So how to call a external API here? I can define here my external API URL. It is hard coding as of now. I can configure that information from the configuration entity and I can retrieve that one. That I can do. So likewise, with the help of this HTTP client, I am going to pass those one, and even I can generate a token also, or token generation. Here, optional authentication header, like I can pass my authentication token also. So how to generate a authentication token? Also, I can do. I can generate that one. If you want, you can even get that one from here directly. You can ask from that one. Even generate a O auth to token for API call. What is the OAuth 2 here? There is a mechanism here, OAuth 2, which is required here. So these are the parameters here. For generating a authentication, we need a client ID and client secret. That's why we need a here authentication. Even we can create a separate class, and also we can even utilizing this HTTP client. We can use this graph API like with the help of this class, separate class, and we can utilize this authentication. Get access token we can call. So even like how to call that one. So we can create a separate class here. We are over the time, but I will try to close this item today. OAuth here, either public, we can call this one. Right, we can create here. If needed, we can pass like these are the here with the help of those client ID and client secret, we can even generate that token and we can call this OAuth token, this particular get access token from here. here, and it will return here a authentication token, right? How to call this one? Using this HTTP client. Here I can get that via token authentication, and I can get the response. Okay. So likewise, but let's try to run that our, let's try to execute this one. If we, this particular function is added, it is published or not. Which form it is? Let's do publish all and we'll see. Let's try to open the contact form in another app. Why? Because that form is not visible to that specific task. So suppose some number I have added, suppose INDI. Let's try to save this record and then try to access the civil score, and then we'll see a pop-up with the information. Hello, this is the PAN number, this is the name, your country is India, right? We are passing those information to the our plugin in this custom action, whatever we have earlier, and we are returning a specific format here. We are returning hello PAN number, your country name, and your country here is India. That's what we are returning here. So the same thing, let's try to open this record for this contact person. We are adding the here and country here USA. So hello, this is the PAN number here, this is the contact name, your country here is USA. So likewise, we can pass some input parameter, we can process something, we can call the API and we can return back. And even we can, here if we want to save those record here, we can set that value here and we can auto save that information. That we can do. Even if we want to update that one from the API, we also can do the same thing. Hope it's clear. This is very important session. Just try to grab all the information here. Package convert C# object into the JSON, which is called correct serialize. That's right here. This is this new one is button click call API. Yeah. Calling the custom action code here. So hope it's clear for everyone. If you have any question, anything, let me know so that we can discuss. We'll start some new topic from tomorrow. We'll do some one informatics session tomorrow, which include more on interview questions, how to deal complex query, complex questions, so that, and even how to present our resume initially, because that is the first impression that we can even give to the end customer. Thank you everyone. Try to connect tomorrow. I will try to utilize that session in Hindi as well, so that at least we can, connect more people, more uh, interactive session. We'll try to utilize. Hope it's suit for everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for today. This is long learning session. Thank you.